opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Keene. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get to him as he throws. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Keene. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Clemson jumps to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Turns it on at midfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Madden. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make the
touchdown, Tigers. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Bringing the heat. Looking to scramble. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Williams will pass. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Fires to the wideout. Caught on the outside, it's Little. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Williams looking for a man. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same.
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Stokes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. Williams will pass. The quick out. At midfield, he's got room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Madden. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. He picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those...
Picked off! What a way to set him up!
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Got it behind the line. It's Stokes. Turning it on! And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
At the 7-yard line, brings up 2nd and goal.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Sends it back in motion. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's looking deep. Makes the grab deep. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's got him.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Gators in the hurry-up. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown Gators! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Number 83.
A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
Base 27, jump. Base 27, jump.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams looking for a man. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Boston. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The give on the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He wants to change this route. Williams will pass. That's caught. It's Stokes. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Washington. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. Hauls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy.
Clear! Clear!